Hello, welcome everyone. Today's session is all about the core. We will be doing my favorite and the best core workouts to target all areas of the abdominal muscles and as well as the upper body and arms. And in between these workouts, we will be doing yoga poses to stretch out and rest. So we will begin with 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, lift your sit bones, open your chest, exhale round through the spine, your cat. And let's repeat twice more. Nice. You can come back to neutral spine, tabletop position. Let's tuck your toes under, adding on our floating tabletop. So push into your hands to lift and hover your knees above the yoga mat, doming through your upper back and slightly pulling your navel in and up towards the spine, engaging your core. And let's add on, extend your right leg behind and left leg behind into plank. And then slowly return back, right knee bend, left knee bend, and hover. And again, extend right leg, left leg plank, and return back, floating tabletop. And again, coming back, one leg at a time to plank, and one leg at a time back to tabletop. One more time, back to plank, slowly, and back to hovering tabletop. Nice. Let's release. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. You can shake out your wrists and take a little break. For our next exercise, let's come back into plank position. And we will do shoulder tap. So here we go. Tap your left shoulder, right. Bring your right knee, left elbow, left knee, right elbow. And again, tap your shoulder, the other shoulder, right knee, opposite elbow, left knee, opposite elbow. And just keep moving a few more times. Just make sure you are not moving your hips. So you are keeping your abdominal muscles, your core engaged the whole time while you are moving. You can choose your pace, but I like to do this exercise slowly to make sure that I'm engaging my core. And come back into plank position. Let's walk it out. So bend your right knee and left knee. So you're pressing through your opposite heel. Right knee bend, push through your left heel. Left knee bend, push through your right heel. Nice. Go ahead and sit back on your heels, little rest. And come back into plank position. We will do toe tap. So right leg steps away from your yoga mat and then your left leg. So here we go. Tap your right foot and left foot. Right and left. So again, moving slowly with the control. As you're keeping your core engaged, doming through your upper back. So make sure not sagging in your hips. So gently squeezing your low belly in and up towards the spine. And you can release into Sphinx pose to rest. Lower yourself onto your forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders. Take few deep breaths here. Nice. Let's plant your palms back under your shoulders and push yourself back to plank position. We will be doing right knee, right elbow, and left elbow. So slowly, right knee, right elbow, then bring it across towards the left elbow and back right. And again, moving left and right, left and right. One more time, keep your knee lifted towards the body. And you can release for our next stretch, pigeon pose. Extend through the back of your left leg. Make sure you have your toes straight. And you can stay on your hands or you can fold your torso over your thigh into your sleeping pigeon. Maybe folding your hands under your forehead. And take a moment here to relax, soften your whole body, and just allow your breath to slow down. Go ahead, start slowly coming out of the pose. Tuck your left toes under and step your right foot back into plank pose. And we will do the same with your left knee. So bring your left knee towards the left elbow. Keep your knee lifted and then move it to the right. Left and right. Keep moving. Left and right. And again, keep your core engaged. Left and right. One last time. Left, right. And release. Pigeon pose on this side. So try to square and level your hips forward, keeping your left foot flexed to protect your knee. Lengthen through the spine, gazing forward. And once you're ready, release down, sleeping pigeon. And again, about 3 slow and full breaths here. And you can slowly start moving out of the pigeon pose, palms under your shoulders, tuck your right toes under and step back to plank position. Now we will be doing right knee, right elbow, and then turning into side plank and falling triangle. So here we go. Bring your right knee, tap your right elbow, extend your right leg out and turn into side plank and circle your left arm up and over into falling triangle. And let's return back, bringing your right knee back to right elbow. Switching sides, left knee, left elbow, open to falling triangle. Return back to plank and tap your left knee, left elbow and step back to plank. And let's repeat one more time, side to side. Returning back to plank, make sure you're tapping your elbow before you step back to plank and switching sides. Left knee, left elbow, open into back bend, falling triangle. Plant your right hand, bring your left knee towards your left elbow again and step back to plank and coming to downward facing dog to stretch out and take a little rest here. Make sure grounding through the knuckles of your fingers, pushing your heels back and down. And if you'd like to take a little break for your wrist, you can do dolphin pose. So lower yourself onto your forearms, maybe walking your feet closer towards the elbows to get a deeper stretch through the back of the legs. Grounding through your heels, lengthening through the spine. Try to relax your head and your neck. Relaxing your face muscles, pushing into your forearms to lengthen through the spine. Well done. You can release. Go ahead and sit on your heels. Take a moment to rest here. And once you're ready, return back into plank pose. Now let's bend your left knee, bring your knee forward, and with your right hand, tap your left knee. So finding that balance here, keeping your core engaged and coming back to plank and switching legs. Right knee bent, tap your knee with your left hand. And again, keep moving slowly, keeping your core engaged while moving, tapping one knee at a time. Once you're ready, step back to plank and you can walk it out if you'd like. Bend your right knee and bend your left knee, pushing through your opposite heel to stretch. And again, right knee bent, left leg straight, and left knee bent, right leg straight. Return back to plank pose and lower yourself onto your forearms, forearm plank. Make sure you have your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Let's do 10 repetitions of hip dips. Dropping your hips side to side while rolling on your toes. And again, gently squeezing the belly in and up towards the spine as you move. Great exercise for obliques, so keep moving a few more times. Let's do last 2. And last 1, side to side. Take a moment to rest, lay down on your belly, and feel free to windshield up your legs side to side. Nice. You can extend your legs out long. Take a moment to rest. Nice. Our next pose is cobra or bow pose. So I will let you choose. So you can do either cobra pose or you can grab the hold of your feet to lift your thighs, open through the chest. And then just really nice stretch through your abdominal muscles here. Make sure you're drawing your shoulder blades down and together your back. Slightly tucking your chin under. Again, long neck. And you can release. Nice. Go ahead and roll onto your right forearm, onto your forearm side plank. So any leg variation, you can stack your feet or bring your left leg in front of your right. Place your hand onto your hip and lift your hips up. Drop it down and lift back up. And again, release down to hover and lift up. One last time, release down, lift your hips up, down and up. This time, let's hold it here. You can extend your left arm up towards the ceiling and maybe also lifting your left leg up if you'd like. And now using your kickstand, bring your upper leg out in front of you and drop your right hip down. And then circle your arm up and overhead to lift your hips into stretch. Release your hip down and again push yourself up to lift your hips and circle your arm up. Release down and one more time to stretch. Nice. Come back to center, coming to butterfly position. Pulling your heels closer towards the sit bones, a little because here you can hold your feet, pushing your knees towards the floor, getting nice stretch through your hips. Sitting nice and tall, so you're lengthening through the spine. Nice, and let's add on more restorative pose. So moving your feet further away from your body. And you can either hold your feet or sliding your arms underneath your feet to get a stretch through your shoulders. Allow your torso to fold forward and down towards the feet. Relax your head, just allowing your spine to round and take about 5 deep breaths here. And you can slowly roll your spine back up and we will switch sides. So your forearm side plank on your left forearm this time. And again, choosing your leg variation, your feet stacked or right foot in front of your left. Bring your hand onto your hips, squeeze your belly to lift your hips up. Release down and again lift back up. Lift your hips up, squeeze your belly, drop it down. And one last time, lift up and down. And let's hold your forearm side plank. Keep your hips lifted, squeezing your belly to lift maybe your right leg up if you'd like. Stretch through your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And again, using kickstand to release your hip down. And circling your arm up and overhead to stretch the side body. Release back down and lift your hips back up. Let's repeat one more time slowly. Nice. Now we will be doing knees in and out. So option you can be on your forearms or on your fingertips. So you can bend your knees, pull your knees in towards the body, leaning your torso back and extending your legs out in front of you to hover. And about 10 repetitions here. So you're extending your legs to hover and pulling your knees in and up towards the body. So keep moving a few more times. So you are bending your elbows as you lean back, extending your legs to hover and pulling your knees in. Well done. Now keep your legs hovering above the floor and just lifting one leg at a time, slightly above the floor, keeping your toes pointed. Nice. And you can take a moment to rest. And we will add on, this time we will scissor our legs. So crossing your ankles, alternating your legs. So lift your legs and hover and start scissoring your legs. You can choose your pace, so crossing your legs one at a time. And if you'd like to add on, you can slowly start lifting your legs up while scissoring those legs and then slowly lowering down and hover. And again, scissor your legs as you lift your legs up towards the ceiling and slowly return those legs back down. Nice. Well done, everyone. Let's lie down on your back so you can take a moment to rest by squeezing your knees towards the belly. Now let's do Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Drop your knees out to the sides. Rest your hands on your belly. And let's take about 5 deep breaths into your belly. Allowing your belly to rise as you breathe in. And slightly falling back in as you breathe out. And let's take about 3 more slow and full breaths here. Relaxing your face, your neck, your shoulders. Just a moment to rest. Nice. Our next exercise, figure 4 obliques, crunches. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale here and with your exhale, lift and twist your torso to the right, bringing your left elbow towards your right knee. Back to center and again. So keep moving few more times just like that. So make sure exhaling fully when you lift and twist your torso, bringing your elbow towards the knee. Keeping your neck nice and long, your gaze up towards the ceiling. And once you are ready, you can release to hold your figure 4 stretch. Feel free to hold the back of your thigh or your left shin so you can pull your leg towards the body. And if you'd like to stretch through the back of your left leg, you can straighten your left leg, pushing through your left heel up towards the ceiling. Nice, uncross your legs and we will switch sides. So your obliques crunches on the other side, left ankle, right thigh, interlacing your hands behind your head. Inhale here, exhale, elbow towards your left knee. And keep moving again a few more times. So again, feel free to choose your pace. Make sure you're bringing your elbow towards the knee, not your knee towards the elbow. So you're really engaging your obliques muscles here to lift and twist your torso. Well done. Let's do the last one. Great. And let's hold our figure 4 stretch on this side. Keeping your left foot flexed to support your knee and pulling your right leg, your right thigh towards the body. And again, feel free to straighten your right leg to stretch through your hamstring. Keeping your shoulders soft and relaxed. Awesome. And you can release and cross your legs. Rock yourself up to a seat. Our next exercise, boat pose. So finding nice long spine, leaning your torso back to lift through the chest, holding the back of your thighs, point your toes and start tapping your toes one leg at a time. So you can either hold your legs or you can open your arms out to the sides to make it more challenging. And slowly tapping your toes right and left, right and left. Right and left. Keep fighting, don't give up. Nice. And you can do full boat pose if you'd like to add on straightening your legs, opening your arms. Hold it here as you breathe. Well done. You can release. Cross your legs and let's stretch it out with your ladder. Stretch to the right. So extending your left arm up and overhead. And then switching sides. Circle your right arm up and over. Stretch to the side body. Relax your head. Back to center for our twist. So turning your torso open to the right, left hand on your opposite knee, right fingertip supporting your body. And switching sides once you are ready, turning your torso open to the left. And you can return back to center. Nice. Go ahead and open your legs as wide as you can into straddle. Flex your feet. So make sure your toes and your knees are pointing up towards the ceiling. And you can slowly start walking your fingertips out in front of you, getting a little bit deeper stretch through your inner groin, your thighs, and folding your torso a little bit closer down towards the floor. So few deep breaths here to settle into this big stretch. Feel free to stack your fists to support your head, or if you have a pillow, you can rest your head on a pillow. You can slowly start moving out of the pose. Go ahead, bring your legs back together. You can shake your legs out and you can cross your legs again. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this session and I hope you will be practicing together again soon. And if you're an advanced practitioner, if you'd like to end this session with a headstand with me, you can go ahead and start practicing your headstand. After practicing your headstand, just make sure you take a moment to rest in a child's pose before you move on with your day. Namaste.